आदत सी पड़ गई है. It's been a pleasure. We've known about Arvind ji for a long time. We respect him as a content producer, as a film producer. Now, of course, he began this movement of OTT in Telugu. I have been a huge fan. I'm also a fan of his son, who is a great actor. I have known Samir ji for some time, and I've seen the way he picks his content, the way he nurtures it, and the way he has produced meaningful content, entertaining content, and popular content. We have been talking for some time of working together, of doing something, and I didn't know that it will come about in such a wonderful way. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Preeti called me up, approached me, and proposed this subject. I didn't have any idea about who was doing it or how it was going to be done, but the moment the idea was given to me, I grabbed it. Because, as Arvindji was telling, very, very small percentage of today's generation knows about the man who changed India. He honestly gave India the economic independence which we had struggled for, close to 45, 50 years. And he brought about changes and systems in our polity, in our economy, in our society, in our everyday life of this country, which now is completely irreversible. We are what we are today because of those 5 years, 91 to 96. In every way, good, bad, ugly, whatever you say, but we are the product of those 5 years. Right from the time of Jayaprakash Narayan's movement and the period of emergency, we have been active. We have been active as storytellers, as filmmakers, as observers, as learners, as whatever. And we have seen how the societies in this country has progressed or has moved. When I came to this city, Mumbai, we still had to, walk and wait at some shop to be able to make a telephone call. We had to book a trunk call, an ordinary one or a lightning one. We still used to get postcards and telegrams. We had to pay huge bribes to be able to book a telephone call, telephone instrument. We have gone through that period. We know how closed our economy was. We know what became of this country during those 5 years. That this nondescript, diminutive politician from Hyderabad, who was almost on the verge of retirement, he had packed his bags, he has packed his books, he had already started sending them away. He had rented a flat in Mumbai because that's where probably he was going to get a Rajya Sabha seat from. He had also contemplated to become a Mahant in a mutt. He had been banished from the political landscape. Rajiv Gandhi didn't give him a ticket in 1991 to contest. I mean, he used to contest from Ramtek. And that man knew exactly what had to be done to this country, and he got the opportunity, or he maneuvered to get this opportunity because he had the will to do it, he had the guts to do it. He did not create an opportunity. The opportunities were there, but nobody had the guts to take those steps. He had it. He gathered a team, and the greatness of the man was that he never took any credit for whatever happened. I mean, he gave credit to Manmohan Singh, gave credit to Nehru, he gave credit to Rajiv Gandhi, he gave credit to INC, he gave credit to the, the history of this country. Remained in the shadows. If you listen to his speeches, if you read what he has written, and if you see what he did, and you see how he maneuvered with just one single aim to put this country ahead and take it, in line with the developing countries of the world. When he took over, we had no growth. We had negative growth. We could not pay our installments to the IMF. We were defaulting. We didn't have 1 week's money in our banks to pay for the oil which we needed to import. When he left this country as Prime Minister in 96, we had a growth of over 8%, which is no mean feat. We had every investor in the world lining up to invest in our country. There was no South Korea before 91. By 96, the South Korean products were household names in this country. So what he did, the vision that he had, the man who did not claim to be anything, and not only history, his own party, his own people have been unjust and cruel with him. But the time has come when people understand, and people have started remembering him, people have now started talking about him. And I hope we will have a small part in telling Narasimha Rao's story. So this gentleman should get his due, and generations will remember this man who meant so much for this country. I had this great opportunity, and I would like to thank Arvindji. I'm delighted to have Samir on board, and I'm positive that this partnership will produce